What is good, you beautiful, beautiful souls? As y'all know, it's another great day to have a great day. I welcome you to another video. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know the vibes. We try to get into a deeper understanding of self because the better you understand you, the better you can show up for the world for you, right? Beautiful things. We love to see it. Try to get some perspective shifts, some mindset shifts, one day at a time, 1% at a time. We trying to make it a little bit better, to be a little bit better than we were the day before. Y'all already know the vibes. Let's get into it. So today, I wanted to talk about receiving and the fact that we have to be open to receive, right? Because sometimes, and I get it, sometimes it can be very hard to receive. So some people, they just aren't the type that like gifts. Others, they don't like to feel like they owe somebody something, like because you gifted me this, now I feel obligated to gift you this. When in reality, and I can't speak for everybody, but for me at least, if I'm gifting something, it's because I want to do that, because I saw something and I thought about you and I was like, ooh, let me do this for you, right? Not to get something out of it or to get something back. It ain't a tit for tat. You know what I mean? We just doing a little something, something, and then that's it. That's it. That's all. That's cool. But regardless of all of that, regardless of any way, shape, or form that you, whichever side of the spectrum you sit on with gifts and receiving in general, you got to be open to it. You have to be open to it, because if you think about it, what happens is we actually block our own blessings when we are less open to receiving. Because, example, if someone tried to gift you a coffee, for example, right? And this coffee, you were like, no, no, it's okay. No, it's okay. Like just being very like push offish of that gift that they were getting for you, even though this was just something that was meant for you. You didn't ask for it, you weren't expecting it, it just happened. Like that's the exact same way that things happen typically with miracles in your life, with blessings in your life. You know, and even you could be doing something like with the intention of a certain outcome and get that intentional outcome simply because you showed up and you were open to whatever was going to happen. You were keeping an open heart and an open mind. Makes it a lot easier to receive when you're doing so. Makes it a lot easier to show up when you're doing so, right? And if you have a hard time with the smaller blessings, I mean, you're going to have a time with the bigger ones. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But the beautiful thing about it is that you can always shift. The shift can always happen. There can be some type of, all right, let me do it this way instead of this way. Or even that could open up a whole nother layer to figure out, okay, why is it that you don't want to receive? What is it about receiving a gift, a blessing, whatever you want to call it, that has you kind of in a frenzy? Because then that could get you to maybe dig a little bit deeper into yourself, and you start to understand, okay, this is where this stems from. This is where it's at, and that's the kind of situation that people really find themselves in. And that's okay. Like, we just don't know what we don't know until we know. But once you do know, you are accountable for what you know. So once you get to that understanding of why the receiving is why it's like it is for you, how are you going to move forward? What's the way that you are going to excel within that knowledge? Because it actually, it's a beautiful thing. It really, really is. Because incremental steps become more comfortable when you receive. So the more that you allow yourself to receive, the better that it will become to receiving, period. It doesn't matter who's doing what, how it's happened. You're just like, I appreciate it. I'm very grateful, thankful. Thank you so much. And then you just leave it at that. You don't feel like you owe anybody anything. You don't feel like none of that. None of it. And that's great. Because at that point too, you become, because listen, y'all, when you are someone who has such a pure heart and are constantly giving, that becomes draining. So that's where you have to recognize what energy and really what it is that you align with. Because if someone isn't aligning with how you are, then they gotta go. Like receiving goes more really goes more in depth than just monetary or materialistic things. Are you willing to receive information? Are you willing to receive that somebody might not be good for you? or that a situation might not be good for you. Like to receive the signs, the instruments, the tools, if you will, just to be able to see clearly what is it that you should be doing? Who should you be around? Who should you not be around? Like all of the type receiving comes in all shapes, sizes, and forms. But the blessings that show up for you are because you deserve it. There's no accidents, there's no coincidences. So if something is happening for you, it's because you deserve it. It's because this was already meant for you. This was already written in the stars. The way that you moved and how you were showing up cultivated this immaculate blessing for you. And you deserve it. Never doubt what you deserve. Never doubt anything when it comes to your blessings, ever. And miracles are your normal. Let them be your normal. Don't doubt, just trust. Don't stress, just be. You know, it's just one of those things. It's a mindset shift, y'all. It's a mindset shift. But once you actually allow yourself to be in that constant flow state, you won't have to. You'll be in such flow that you could have $200 in your bank account, 10 bills that are about to come out, and you don't even stress about it because you know everything's going to be taken care of. You know that there's nothing to stress in the eyes of the divine. You know, everything's in divine timing. Everything happens how it's supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen. That's it. That's all. There ain't no arguing about it. There ain't no stressing about it. You ain't got to worry about none of that simply because you're doing what you were supposed to do. You are showing up in a beautiful light. You are showing up in a beautiful way. And without you, it wouldn't look the same. Life wouldn't be the same, you know? And you want to really put yourself in circumstances that won't feel so heavy. So being around people, places, things that keep you in a state of excitement, of happiness, right? That makes a huge difference. It makes honestly one of the biggest differences, if we're being honest. And you don't want to get to a point where you're so used to settling that you don't even recognize who you are in those situations or around certain people. Because you can, at this point, like you want to see beyond the current moment. You see something happening, you look beyond that. And you're like, all right, this is happening for me, not to me. You lose out on people, nah, you're gaining more. You got people that are actually more aligned with you. Things that are more aligned with what you got going on for your soul, for your heart, for your everything. Because life was not meant to be stressful. Life was not meant to be stressful and grind inducing. The idea that you have to break your back to be successful is ludicrous. I'm just saying. Personally, I feel like yes, you do need to there needs to be intentional action. So yes, please do action, but you don't need to be stressing and overworking yourself for the idea of success. When you're already successful, you just need to lean in a little bit more to the things that you're called to lean into and trust that. You take those steps, you make those leaps, you make those moves, watch things continue to happen for you. Watch things be like a ripple effect, right? It's a beautiful thing to see and to be a part of, and you deserve every little bit of that. Every little bit of it. And don't ever think that you don't. That's the other thing, right? Because you gotta, how do I want to say this? You want to be extra proactive, but also give yourself space. Because if you are just go, 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 at what point are you allowing yourself to sit and just be? To let your thoughts let them do their thing? Because a lot of times when your thoughts are just going, 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 it'll actually bring about so many ideas, so many thoughts, maybe feelings that you didn't even think about before because you were so go, go, go. But once it comes up, it's there. There is no turning back. But then you get to unlock more and more. You get to unlock so much. And within unlocking that, you got like the master key. You're opening all these doors because all these opportunities are just going to be coming your way. And it's a beautiful thing. It really, really is. Like you want to make sure that you are going through, leave no room for stress. Try to, sit, smell the flowers. If you're driving, don't rush. Like just enjoy every moment as it's there because you only get that moment one time. It doesn't matter if you try to recreate it. Doesn't matter if you had exactly the same people at the exact everything would be different. The way people were thinking, the way someone was feeling, everything would not be the exact same as that moment. So you got to appreciate each and every one of them as they coming through. Because you really never know what would happen until you give yourself a chance, until you allow yourself to be really the receptor for all of these blessings, for all these miracles. Greatness is you. You are greatness and you embody success on a daily basis. So why feel any different than that or allow anybody to make you feel different than that? And if they try to make you feel different than that, those are people that need to go. Because everything that happens, any signs that you see that maybe indicate that someone doesn't need to be in your life, those are important. They happen when they're supposed to happen, but are you going to recognize it and move with it, or are you going to try to fight it and then stay in those same situations? That's how the cycle continues, right? Like in infinity, just the cycle don't stop. But you can break the cycle if you allow the cycle to be broken. If you allow yourself to just do what you need to do and never falter, never stress, never fail on what it is that you are here to do. Because at the end of the day, if you're struggling with receiving, then like I said, there's just inner work that needs to be done. But we all need to do inner work, period. You need to know about you because the more you know you, the less that you deal with. The understanding leads to less settling, more clarity, which then will put you in alignment a lot more because you don't settle. If something isn't aligned, skirt, bye, bye. Like I recently had to cut off somebody that I thought we were rock solid. Like we just met energetically, we were chilling, it was great, but then I got disrespected. We're good. Goodbye. I don't play that. Zero tolerance, y'all. Zero tolerance for any type of disrespect. Zero tolerance for anybody trying to play about me or make it seem like I'm not there or I'm not this, that, or the other. I don't need to justify anything. I know how I've been moving and what I've been doing. So if you don't see that, you got to go. And that takes time and that takes a lot of guts and courage. But once you do it and you trust yourself when you do it, you ain't gotta worry about a single thing ever again. So know all that you have is necessary tools and the resources to make it happen. You just gotta keep that mind right and keep your energy up. And if you aren't feeling that, that's okay. Put yourself in spaces where you can at least ground, where you at least feel calm, where you feel good. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how amazing you are because you are. Can't nobody do it like you do it. Just be open to receiving all these blessings that are coming your way because the best of the best is still yet to come, y'all. Y'all have an amazing day.